kind of just happens, man. I go in the studio and it's all off a vibe, you know. If I'm listening to a soulful beat, I get in a soulful vibe and just start talking about life experiences, you know. It's just all off a feeling pretty much, you know. The way all the production came together was pretty much off of me coming up with the title, which is Do or Die. So I kind of went into the studio with just that feel, like it's do or die, you know. And I feel like, you know, some of the songs come out like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. As far as me getting into rap to express myself, it all started, you know, when my father and my mom separated. So, you know, instead of me taking my anger out on certain things, I got open with the pen, you know, and just, you know, started expressing myself that way. And, you know, you kind of hear it in the music today, far as that I make. You know, when I first started, I was just rhyming a rhyme, you know, and then I just kind of looked at it as like a gateway to, like you said, express myself. And, you know, that's how I've just been going with the format to this day. And, you know, the music just sounds like people can relate to it and, you know, all that sort of stuff. What made me go about things the way that I went about it with the documentary was just, you know, me, you know, putting, you know, Boston out there as far as just the scenery. You know, not a lot of people know about the Middle East. Not a lot of people know about Church Boston, and these are like, you know, little venues where a lot of, you know, local Boston artists perform. And, you know, I feel like me putting a documentary out there was just to show people, like, you know, we have a music scene out here. We have artists that are dope out here. And yeah, you know, we like I said, we show off, you know, the venues, and we talk about, you know, the history, you know, far as just Boston emcees, because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, we putting Boston on the map, and they don't know, you know, far as just the history of just who came from out here. So, you know, we touch on stuff like that. And, you know, it's just a whole bunch of stuff that we tap into with the documentary. And, you know, so far a lot of people like it. And yeah, to be honest with you, the first time was in 2011, Top 25. And, you know, that was kind of like a shocker because, you know, I was like zoned out just working. And, you know, not that I felt like I wasn't getting, you know, a lot of credit. I really wasn't, you know, paying attention because, like I said, I was just zoned out. So, you know, to hear the news through my manager, you know, I was super excited. You know, at first I didn't know how powerful allhiphop.com was. And, you know, he was explaining to me like, yo, bro, like this is, you know, official. Like, yo, you should be amped. You should be proud of yourself. So, you know, once I put it all together, you know, I was, you know, happy, and, you know, it motivated me to keep on going, you know, because a lot of people fail to realize at the end of the day, you know, you're a rapper and, you know, people view you in a certain light, but they don't know, you know, you have real life situations you got to deal with and stuff like that. So, like I said, hearing that news just kept me motivated. And, you know, 2012, they threw me on the top 50. And, you know, it just, like I said, that positive news just keeps me going. And, you know, look out for me 2013, man, because it's going to be crazy. For real. Yeah. I was able to express myself a lot on the Do or Die project, so I feel like a lot of people gravitated to me on that side. And, you know, I feel like that's the direction I want to go in far as just with my music from now on, just because I see like how powerful it is. Well, with the Throwaway series, that all started right after I released the Do or Die project. I would put out music every Tuesday, and we called it Throwaway Tuesday. And you know, after a couple of weeks, people were like, yo, this isn't throwaway music. This sounds like, you know, actual stuff that could be on a project. So, you know, after, you know, a lot of people just saying like, yo, you need to put this on a mixtape, we just, you know, named the new joint Throwaway series. And it's just a mixture of, you know, music, you know, that just expresses all types of feelings on my side. So look out for that, man. Got visuals coming real soon. Look out for the Talk to You joint, Future and Lou Armstrong. That's the first single off the project. So yeah. What makes me real loyal to the city is, just how any rapper is loyal to their city. When I first heard Lil Wayne and Cash Money, they showed a lot of the visuals in New Orleans that made you say, damn, like, yo, this is their hood. This is, you hear New Orleans, you think Mardi Gras and all of that. They don't show you where they're from, you know what I'm saying? So when they put the visuals out there, it made you feel them like, dang, they come from a neighborhood like I come from a neighborhood. So, with me, that's why I'm so loyal, because I want to show people my side, where I really come from. Yeah, I'm from Boston, but I'm from Roxbury, you know what I'm saying? So when people see certain videos, there's people in my neighborhood that gravitate to it more, because it's like, man, you showing where we from, where we chill on a daily basis. Like, it's like you showing the world, you know what I'm saying, how we live. So that's why I'm so loyal, because like I said, there's a hood everywhere, and people just gravitate to it that much more when you're like real, and you're being real visual with it, like, so yeah. I've, worked in Boston, like, on the music a lot. So just, traveling to like New York and Connecticut, it kind of like opens my mind, to speak on, different things, and do different things. But yeah, like in CT, I've, worked with, a production crew, Dirty Jokers, Prestige, and these are talented guys that are not from this city, who, I could relate to outside, and vice versa. I relate to what they're doing, and it's just dope. It's all a good experience at the end of the day, and that's all I could say about that. We got into putting a whole throwaway series project together. Was, I would go into the studio on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, you know, bang out like 4-6 records in a session, and out of those batch of records, we would pick one song to put out on Tuesday. And after like a solid month of just putting out records every Tuesday, like I was telling you guys, people were like, man, these are not throwaway records. These sound like actual songs that could be either on an album or a mixtape, because now you have artists putting out mixtapes, and the mixtapes sound like albums. So yeah, that was pretty much the whole process of just putting a throwaway series project together. Like I said, going into the studio and just chefing up them joints. I mean, the first time I heard the song "Talk to You" on Jammin', it was crazy, because I was coming from a basketball game. I was in my car, actually driving my boy home to pick up like some kicks or something. He was picking up something from his house, and he was asking me how the music was going, telling him how things are. I was telling him about the documentary, and then boom, like we have the radio on Jammin', and the songs playing. I forget who was playing, and then boom, they threw the record on, and I'm like, yo, this is me. Like, this is me on the radio right now. And he's like, nah, you're lying, bro. I'm like, yo, this is my record. And it was, it was crazy. Like, we all brought in the moment in together, and it was just dope. It was kind of like me being a fan, hearing myself on the radio. So it was dope, man. Something, that had me going crazy. And, I think every time I hear a record of mine's on the radio, I think I'll act like that, just because, it just confirms, like, wow, like I've come a long way just even hearing, my own music on the radio. So, yeah. Hit me up on Twitter at Alage Music. You can hit me up on the Facebook at Alage Live. I got a music page on Facebook, Alage Music. Website will be coming soon, alagemusic.com. Stay tuned for that. And we got the throwaway series dropping spring 2013. And look out for that first single, like I said, featuring Lou Armstrong, called "Talk to You." Yeah. What's poppin', man? It's your boy Alage. We live here in Lace, Boston, kicking it with AnnieHipHop.com. Yeah.